last week, so they're trying to come at some point. All right. How you doing, Ken?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah, whenever you are.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Joy, can you close those doors, please? Yes, sir. All right. Good morning. Welcome to the general session of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners for February 4th, 2020. We begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Need a motion for the approval of the minutes, the September 10th and September 17th, 2019 general sessions, January 28th, 2020 general session, and the January 30th, 2020 briefing session.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
The minutes have been approved.
All right, this morning we have a public hearing. Can the clerk please read the public hearing into the record?
Resolution regarding the plan approval for the improvement of Alum Creek Drive at Roar Road, Hamilton Township and Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
All right, so we'll open up the public hearing for this resolution. Is there anyone here who would like to speak on the public hearing? All right, seeing none. Cornell, if you'd like to brief the public hearing.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Cornell Robertson, Franklin County Engineer and Franklin County Drainage Engineer. This project is in the southeast part of Franklin County. It is a cooperative project that includes not only Franklin County, but also City of Columbus, Hamilton Township, Madison Township, and is Franklin County Transportation Improvement District's first project. Quite proud of that, and it received funding from ODOT Jobs and Commerce. This particular hearing and subsequent resolution will ask for the commissioners to approve and sign the plans, and then that will allow us to move forward and schedule the project for bid opening and construction.
Okay,
Thank you. I'll move approval of
let's close the public
right,
hearing
that's
first.
right. We haven't done that.
Sorry about that. So now we'll close the public hearing and have Dean read the resolution into the record.
Resolution number 61-20, plans approved for the improvement of Alum Creek Drive at Roar Road, Hamilton Township and Madison Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Now you can,
If there's no further questions, I'll move approval of 6120.
second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 61-20 has been adopted.
Great.
Wonderful.
Now the drainage engineer.
Resolution number 62-20, resolution awarding contract and approving contract bond to J&J Schlegel Incorporated for the Kaler Tile Replacement Drainage Improvement Plan in the amount of $573,831.83.
Commissioners, as stated, this is a construction contract award with J&J Schlegel. We had a competitive bid on January 7th. We had 5 bidders, and J&J Schlegel had the lowest and best bid. This project's in the northeast part of Franklin County in Blendon Township and utilizes the ditch petition process.
I'll move for approval of 6220.
Great, second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 62-20 has been adopted.
All right, so now, Cornell, will that then end the actions that we need to take on that ditch?
Yes, with this resolution, we'll move right into construction, and we'll administer the construction inspection with the workforce from the Franklin County Engineers Office.
Good. All right, the engineer.
Resolution number 63-20, resolution awarding contract and approving contract bond to Wheeler Lumber LLC for the Hayden Run Central Ohio Greenway Trail Improvements material prefabrication purchase in the amount of $57,500.
This resolution is for a prefabrication contract award with Wheeler Lumber Company. We had a competitive bid on January 7th. There were 2 bidders, and Wheeler Lumber had the lowest and best bid. Again, this project is in the northwest part of Franklin County. It's a cooperative project with the county, City of Columbus, City of Hilliard, and ODOT. It's to complete a shared use path along the north side of Hayden Run Road, under I-270, and over Hayden Run. A complicated project, just to say, the title.
I'll move approval of 6320.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 63-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 64-20, resolution authorizing the Franklin County Engineer to enter into a contract modification with LJB Incorporated for the Cleveland Avenue at Ennis Road Improvement Project, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, an increase of $18,260 for a revised contract amount of $65,270.
Commissioners, as stated, this resolution is for design contract modification with LJB. We're seeking further help to study the intersections of Cleveland Avenue and Ennis, as well as Cleveland Avenue and Huey Road. These intersections are in the northeast part of Franklin County in Clinton Township.
I'll move approval of 6420.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 64-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 65-20, preliminary allocation and final encumbrance of county motor vehicle license fee of $5, funds for the city of Grove City in the amount of $600,000.
This is a $5 fund resolution for the city of Grove City to improve Boar Road from Quail Creek Boulevard east to 104. This is also a cooperative project that includes Franklin County, Grove City, Jackson Township, OPWC, and Franklin County's Transportation Improvement District.
I'll move approval of 6520.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 65-20 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The auditor.
Resolution number 66-20, resolution authorizing a contract with 3SG Plus LLC for document conversion and migration services in the amount of $21,585.80.
Good morning, President O'Grady, Commissioner Brown.
Good morning.
It is my honor to come forward with this resolution regarding a contract with 3SG Plus. As you know, our office contracts with professional mass appraisers to annually maintain the most current data for new construction demolition projects for each parcel of land throughout the county. The data creates an update of the property record cards, and so we use this service to capture and retain a backup version of the property cards, as well as convert the records into a searchable database. We ask for your support of the resolution.
I'll move for approval of 6620.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 66-20 has been adopted.
Thank you, sir. Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 67-20, resolution authorizing the assignment and assumption agreement of the Community Reinvestment Area Agreement between Franklin County, DRCS LLC, and the Columbus Regional Airport Authority.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jenny
Good
Snap,
morning.
Assistant Director, Economic Development and Planning. We have 2 resolutions to take you through this morning, and Josh is going to take you through the first one.
Great.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Josh.
The purpose of this resolution is to facilitate the development of a 357,000 square foot industrial warehouse facility in the Canal Voss Community Reinvestment Area. And what this does is it passes through the responsibilities and obligations from the original agreement, which is with the Columbus Regional Airport Authority and the development team, onto a subsidiary, which is DRCS 1556 LLC. So this will be the first warehouse on the rail campus, or Rail Course South, which is a new road. This is directly south of the brand-new Macy's facility. And pending any questions, we would ask for your approval.
I'll move for approval of 6720.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 67-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 68-20, resolution authorizing a contract and agreement with the City of Columbus Building and Zoning Services, Department for Residential Building Services, not to exceed $76,087.50.
Good morning, Commissioners. This resolution is to enter into a contract and agreement with the City of Columbus Department of Building and Zoning Services for residential building services in the amount of $76,187.50. If you remember correctly, as part of the 2020 budget process, you actually approved a full-time position for economic development and planning for a residential building official. As part of this process, EDP plans to go through a number of improvements to our customer service in the building department, and part of that is to hire a full-time residential building official. This position is required by law. As part of that process, we did inform our current consultant position. If you remember correctly, he has been with the county for a number of years, so he did put in his notice as part of that. So again, because we're required by law to have a position in place in our department, that left us with a vacancy. So we have decided to move forward to contract with the City of Columbus to provide those services in the transition period. Our hope is to not utilize that position for the Columbus for their services for more than a few months, but we did put in place a 6-month contract with Columbus. However, if we choose to get out of that contract sooner, this contract allows for us to do that. We did work with Harold very closely with the prosecutor's office and Megan, which I want to thank both of them for assisting us through this process. As part of the contract with Columbus, they're going to help us with a number of things. First and foremost, to perform all the requirements through the state of Ohio, their building code, as well as also give us some recommendations on some customer service improvements. So I think we're excited about that. They also have agreed to help us for the recruitment of the position, which we know could be a little bit tedious given the shortage of those positions in Central Ohio. So again, this is part of what we're going through just to get us to where we should be. So if you have any questions, we request your approval.
Jenny, I wasn't here on Thursday. Did you talk at all about the recruitment that that city's gonna help with, and how you'll post the position and where you'll be posting? And
Well, the position the draft is in place as of, I think, Friday with Human Resources, so that will go up shortly on government jobs, but then we hope to utilize Columbus. They have a number of resources that they use for their recruitment. So they
Right.
do a mass mailing to reach out to those positions because they actually target a number of PEs, professional engineers, when they do their own recruitment. So they have a lot of resources that they utilize through their human resources departments to actually outreach to specific professional development organizations and resources to try to get some of those people in, so.
okay. Well, this is good. This seems like a good approach for short term.
Yep.
So I'm glad Columbus is willing to do this. I'll move for approval of 6820.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 68-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sanitary engineer.
Resolution number 69-20, resolution authorizing a settlement to Matthew Ray for a disputed vehicle damage claim due to an auto accident involving a sanitary engineer's office employee in the amount of $800.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ryan Stowe with Sanitary Engineering. Sanitary Engineer is requesting the authorization of a settlement to Matthew Ray for disputed vehicle damage claim due to an auto accident which involved an employee of the Sanitary Engineer's office. On September 2nd, 2019, Mr. Ray's unoccupied vehicle was struck and sustained damage, but no injuries were reported. Mr. Ray has agreed to a settlement of $800 as allowed by the Ohio Revised Code, which fairly compensates him for the damage to his vehicle. Settlement has been recommended by the Franklin County Fleet Management and the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Pending any questions or comments, I request the passage of this resolution.
I'll move approval of 6920.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 69-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Department of Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 70-20, resolution authorizing Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services Director to enter into a memorandum of understanding and related amendments and extensions with Columbus State Community College for on-site case management services.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning, County Administration. As I get this together for you. As you all know, Health and Human Services is changing, and our agency remains committed to integrated partnerships across the sectors of our community. By renewing our partnership with Columbus State, we continue to provide on-site case management services for the School of Columbus State, which has about 20,000 students. Approximately half of those students are first-generational college students. An additional of those students, 37% receive financial assistance. The findings from a recent Columbus State Student Financial Wellness Survey, which you have in front of you, further underscores why the partnership is so critical. We will continue to station a case manager full-time, 40 hours per week, at Columbus State Student Central to determine eligibility for SNAP, TANF, Medicaid, PRC. In addition to, a caseworker will also be stationed as a child care eligibility case manager for 30 hours per week. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval of this resolution.
You know, Director, this information is really significant and important. It's not a surprise to me, and I'm sure not to my colleagues. But can we get this out so that people really understand the challenges and the opportunities we have to really do some good work?
Absolutely,
This is really important
absolutely.
data.
Can you provide this to the Leadership Council, please?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
This is the reason that I made the statement that I made at the last meeting, and these are
The
the
work,
reasons behind the questions that I've been asking for the
Abs-
last couple of weeks.
Absolutely,
the
absolutely.
work really matters that we're doing in the community, and this information is so important for people to understand why we're in the community, why we're doing the work we do, why you're doing the work you do, why all of our agencies are out in the community. This matters,
Right.
and
And-
we have to make an impact
Right.
in a positive way.
This is also why, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is also why our relationship with Columbus State is so important.
Oh, it's critical.
And these numbers would not be the same or anywhere near the same at any of the other universities in Central Ohio.
Absolutely, absolutely.
My guess would be that these numbers would be similar at Sinclair Community College in Dayton. These
Absolutely.
numbers would be similar at every other community college
At Tri-C.
at
Yeah,
Tri-C
in
and every other
Cleveland.
community college in
Right.
Ohio.
Sure.
And probably every other community college in the country. That's the difference between the type of work that community colleges do and four-year institutions do, you know, and the type of students that are in those institutions, because it's the type of environment that they provide and the opportunities that they provide. And that's why this is such critical work, but,
If you remember,
This is great.
commissioners, when this partnership was initially forged, one of the things we understood was that in order to move people up the economic mobility ladders, particularly those who are the most vulnerable, many times those who are the most vulnerable economically, there's always a crisis or a challenge.
Sure.
So students who attend college, it's easy for them to stop attending college based on an economic unforeseen circumstance, such as loss of a job or food insecurity or homelessness. Placing a case manager right there on that campus, partnering with the staff and leadership on that campus, educating them regarding what resources on their campus, it assists with the disruption of the education system so that those that are the most vulnerable can continue to move up the economic ability ladder by improving their education status.
Yeah. This is really significant and important. 59% of students say they would have trouble getting $500 in cash or credit to meet an unexpected need within the next month.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Your work matters.
yes, thank you.
Absolutely. I'll move approval of 7020.
second,
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 70-20 has been adopted. Just one second. Resolution number 71-20, resolution authorizing Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services Director to enter into a memorandum of understanding and related amendments and extensions with Reynoldsburg City Schools for on-site case management services.
Commissioners, as our guests come to the podium, as you know, we continue to renew our on-site management agreements. We're looking to expand our footprint by providing on-site case management services in some districts with the highest need across our county, starting with Reynoldsburg. Under this MOU, we will station one case manager on the campus for up to 20 hours a week to determine eligibility for SNAP, TANF, Medicaid, PRC, and their families and other members of the community. And as you know, this supports the poverty blueprint. As we had those over 200-300 conversations, many times those who were the most vulnerable stated that it took them a long time to get to a lot of things that they needed because everything was so spread out.
Yeah.
I will tell you, over the last couple of weeks, I have been using transportation, the CODA bus, from Reynoldsburg, from Whitehall, to get to our opportunity centers, just so that I can see firsthand some of the challenges that our customers are faced. We are pleased that Reynoldsburg City Schools Superintendent Melvin Brown is here with us if you have questions. He also served in the leadership council. But again, this supports that blueprint, integrating services and putting services actually where people need them.
Good morning,
Good morning, how are you?
Superintendent. How are you?
Great, great.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Really excited about the partnership and having an opportunity to bring something this close to our families in Reynoldsburg as our community continues to evolve and change over time. The needs also change, and providing these types of services to them in a more convenient, more reachable fashion is going to be huge for our city. So I'm very thankful to Ms. Bivens and Franklin County Job and Family Services, Board of Commissioners as well, for providing us with this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
We'll
all
be
the,
moving into other districts. We're
Yeah.
piloting right now. I was telling our superintendent here that we've, in conversations with some of the other superintendents who have some of the highest need, so I don't get tomatoes thrown at me later
So
from those superintendents.
what did you discover in riding the bus to Reynoldsburg and Whitehall that gave you the most concern or surprised you the most?
You know, I think me personally, and I think we who have transportation, who have the opportunity to get into a car every day, take for granted. A mother who possibly has 3 children to drop off at a early learning center or at the school, which sometimes, depending on where you live, school buses do not pick up children.
Sure.
You know, you have to get them
Right.
there and ensure that they get there safely, and depending on where it is. I also, just the whole managing of it, I put myself in scenarios where I actually had a diaper bag, which has been a long time since I've had a diaper bag.
Yeah?
I'm winding down.
don't worry, you'll get a chance again
No,
sometime.
not anytime soon. A stroller, just the logistics of it. And then by the time you do all of that, the energy spent, right? Because there are services where we
Yeah.
require customers to actually come in and sign contracts, particularly
Right.
for our OWF population.
Yeah.
It's challenging.
It is
And
challenging.
if you can place it right where I live, it makes it so much easier for
Yeah.
that family, and it reduces the stress. It gives back the gift of time
Oh, yeah.
for them to do what they need to do.
And it is a gift of
Yeah.
time.
One addition-
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One addition I probably should mention, this is going to be located at our district welcome center. So where families enroll, handle student services issues, whatever the case may be, this is going to be an additional service for them. So it's almost a one-stop shop in many
Yeah.
respects.
And I will continue to do this just so that, I think sometimes, we get so busy into the work. You know, we know the challenges from our head and from the seats that we sit at, but when you put yourself right there in a scenario where someone experiences that type of barrier, whether it's transportation or homelessness or whatever it is, it allows you as a leader to make better decisions for the customer base that you serve.
Yeah.
Because it's not for my convenience that we're putting a case manager in the districts. It's for the customer, and that is why we come to work every day.
Absolutely.
So a couple things. First of all, Superintendent Brown, thank you. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for being willing to help. Secondly, thank you for previously being a part of our efforts to get to where we are today. You you've been doing this work with us for a couple of years now, so thank you. Thirdly, Joy, appreciate you getting, on the bus. This isn't, for folks, in the audience, this isn't the park and ride situation. This isn't the convenience of, pulling up in a parking lot, parking your car, jumping on a bus, knowing, destination to destination where you're going. This is the inconvenience of I gotta walk to the bus stop, I gotta stand there and wait for the bus to show with my kids in tow. And then I gotta hope once I get to that stop, that I don't have to walk too far again with my kids in tow.
Right.
And most of the time, that's not all that convenient.
Right.
But the good news is, Joanna Pinkerton's been, the CEO of CODA has been a part of this operation with us as well from the beginning. So now we know who to go directly to,
Yeah.
now that you're finding out what you're finding out through doing this. And so use that phone number that you have for Joanna to get her on board, because she's been a part of this with us from the beginning. So don't be bashful about that either. She's committed to this, so we need to tell her what we're finding out here. We need to make sure that CODA is part of the solution with us, because they're our partner in this.
And my bus
So-
pass did not work. So
Exactly.
when I go to, right,
So
my bus
tell-
pass didn't work. I had to pay for an all-day bus pass, and you have to have exact change.
Right.
So I had to be prepared. You have to prepare. So again, a 20-minute ride in a car turned into an hour and a half to get to our opportunity
And
center.
that's time.
That's exactly right.
And that, when you have children and you have to be at your workplace at a
So-
specific time, and you've got to take your children to where they're going, that is a whole lot of stress.
And it was cold. It wasn't like today.
Yeah, yeah.
So as Commissioner Brown's pointing out, that's time out of people's day, but on top of that, we've found this out for years in other work that we've been doing, that, you're talking about getting to an opportunity center to access benefits.
Right.
That's important stuff, but what about just getting to a grocery store?
Right.
To get better food than what you're able to access at the corner store.
Absolutely.
That's right down the street from your neighborhood. What about needing to get to a doctor's appointment? All the things that we take for granted, all the things that we do every day, that everybody does every day, that's not easily accessible in people's lives if they need to access public transportation, because they don't have any other options in their
Yeah.
lives. And so it's important stuff. Thank you for being a part of this stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for helping.
you. I will move approval of 7120.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
absolutely, yes.
Resolution number 71-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 72-20, resolution authorizing the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services Director to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the City of Columbus Department of Neighborhoods to support the My Brother's Keeper Village initiatives and services in the amount of $100,000.
As our guests come to the podium, Commissioners, the Director, Carla Williams Scott of Neighborhoods, and Mr. Samuel Sewell, I would be remiss if I did not mention they were also employees of the county. So I just thought I'll put that in
Saw
there.
Sam sitting back there, but I couldn't see Carla. I accuse her of hiding back there. She's so tiny, I think she was just sitting behind somebody. I didn't see her.
Right. Just really quick, Commissioners, I want to make mention of the MOU, the resolution. Job and Family Services will provide programmatic and financial support to extend the My Brother Village initiative to boys and young men of color throughout the county, not just within the city limits of Columbus. In addition to providing support for this past fall's MBK statewide convening, which took place in October, it also supports an upcoming listening tour throughout the county from our other municipalities. This is, we believe, an opportunity again to forge our partnership with the city. We are also providing support to the MBK grant awardees, who are the Columbus Urban League, Community Refugee Immigration Services, and the African American One Initiative to provide mentoring to boys and young men of color. This resolution supports goal number 11 in the Franklin County Blueprint Plan. And again, with us is Director Carla Williams Scott and Mr. Chris Sewell, who is the program coordinator for this.
Thank you, Director Bivens, and good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I'd really like to thank you for this opportunity to partner with Franklin County. As Director Bivens mentioned, this funding will allow us to move our programming outside of core cities, Central City and Columbus, and move out and working with some of our first-tier suburbs like Reynoldsburg, Whitehall, Southwestern City Schools. And so for that, we're very appreciative. And now I'd like to give Samuel Sewell an opportunity to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that this funding will allow allow us to do. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
My name is Chris Sewell, and I am the My Brother's Keeper Program Manager with the City of Columbus Department of Neighborhoods. I would like to thank the Franklin County Commissioners and Job and Family Services for their partnership and commitment to expand opportunity for boys and young men of color. Through round 2 grants, through grant funding, we have formed a cohort of 3 similarly focused organizations to improve high school success, including improving the graduation rate, college, and career readiness. The match funds allocated today will afford our 3 partnership agencies the opportunity to be innovative and improve student engagement as we work collectively to enhance outcomes for boys and men of color. This is the first of many opportunities to collectively make our mark in the community, and I look forward to a strong partnership going forward. Thank you.
Because as you know, Commissioners, many of the challenges that Columbus City faces, the municipalities are challenged as well. In addition to Chris being the program manager, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Brian Wimbush. Brian, would you please stand? Mr. Kendall White, would you please stand? These will be our county representatives working on the project as well for My Brother's Keeper. So you have a city representative, and then we also have county representatives as well.
It's a great partnership.
Thank you.
And we've got both great people at the city and at the county. So I'm really thrilled.
So that we've been working on this project with the city for a long time, right? This goes back to Director Trotman, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Right, when Carla was there.
Yeah.
It's a common thread here.
But they're great partners, and we love working with the Department of Neighborhoods
Yeah.
because we believe that's where the work actually truly impacts the community.
Absolutely.
Great, this is great stuff.
I'm happy to move for approval of 7220.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 72-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 73-20, resolution approving a subaward agreement with Dress for Success Columbus for a youth leadership program in the amount of $70,000.
Commissioners, I am really excited about this particular partnership. This Boss Girls will focus on empowering and preparing high school girls ages 16 to 18 for leadership and career opportunities. The program is rooted in 5 core competencies and the corresponding skills needed to developing soft skills, self-awareness, reasonable decision-making, self-management, social awareness, and relationship skills. In addition to workshops and peer mentoring, the girls will also have access to Dress for Successes, workplace suiting services. The pilot will initially target 250 girls across 4 high schools within Columbus and, here we are, Reynoldsburg school districts. Reynoldsburg is winning right now. The pilot directly will support one of the action steps under goal number 2 in the Poverty Blueprint Plan. And today I have with me Ms. Angel Harris from Dress for Success. And I know, Commissioner Brown, you are a big spokesperson, and as well as the other commissioners for Dress.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. We're so delighted to work with young women 16 to 18 who will have this opportunity to increase their self-efficacy, soft skills, and employability, because right after high school, they'll be making adult decisions. And we are happy to be supporting them in that transition into adulthood and excited to partner with Reynoldsburg City Schools and Columbus City Schools on this project.
This is great. Dress does such a great job.
do.
And to work with the younger women, I think, is terrific. Younger women are starting to go into the workforce as they're looking at jobs in high school and beyond. And it's terrific that you can give them that support, that ability to really build up their confidence. So I'm thrilled that you're doing this.
Thank you so much.
Now, we're going to have the mobile, or is the mobile unit coming to the district as well?
The mobile unit will come to the district as well. So we're launching a 30-foot mobile career center that will allow us to reach young women all throughout the city with our services and help with a place-based strategy to reach them where they are.
That's wonderful. I'll move approval of 7320.
Second,
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
yes.
Resolution number 73-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 74-20, resolution authorizing a contract extension with FB Columbus LLC for the lease of the Job and Family Services West Opportunity Center in the amount of $2,282,400.
Commissioners, the original term of the contract was from January 1st, 2016 through December 31st, 2019. And it includes 2 optional 3-year extensions. The time period of first extension is January 1st through December 31st, 2020. The total amount of the contract extension is not to exceed $2,282,400. Of course, this is a 3-year term contract. Pending any questions, I would ask for your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 7420.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 74-20 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Justice Policy and Programs.
Resolution number 75-20, resolution authorizing a supplemental appropriation within the Justice Programs Fund for the addition of 2 full-time grant-funded positions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Michael Daniels, Director of Justice Policy and Programs. As we continue to grow our department and bring additional grant funding into the city or into the county, we have realized a need in our office for the administrative support to be able to handle those. So this would create 2 full-time positions in the office, which are fully grant funded. It specifies that if the grant funding goes away, so do the positions. So it's not adding to the bottom line for the general fund. And I'd like to thank Director Telerik and Lagrita Holloway for preparing this resolution and working with us. Pending any questions, we'd ask for your approval.
Move approval of 7520.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 75-20 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Great work.
Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 76-20, resolution authorizing a contract with Goodwill Industries of Central Ohio Incorporated to provide housekeeping services at designated Franklin County facilities in the amount of $4,115,553.
Good morning, Commissioners. Darla Reardon, Director, Public Facilities Management. This resolution authorizes a contract with Goodwill Industries of Central Ohio, Inc. to provide housekeeping services at designated Franklin County facilities. Goodwill was selected through a request for proposal process. The term of the firm fixed price contract is 3 years and allows for 2 optional 1-year extension periods. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this contract.
I'll move for approval of 7620.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 76-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Purchasing.
Resolution number 77-20, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $2,097,880.46.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing.
Marley Swicker, Small and Emerging Business Coordinator.
This resolution requests your approval of 147 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding.
This week's small and emerging business enterprise vendors include 31 eligible purchase orders totaling $520,000. These purchase orders are for goods and services that have a higher likelihood of participation of small and emerging businesses. Of these, 21 were awarded to certified business enterprise in the following categories: 1 LEDE, 13 women, 3 minority, 3 small and emerging business, and 1 E-Edge certified business, which includes goods and services totaling $399,867.06, which is 68% of the eligible purchase value and 77% of the eligible purchase order dollar value.
Pending any questions, Commissioners, I request your approval of this resolution.
I'll move approval of 7720.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 77-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Board of Commissioners.
Excuse me, Commissioner. Resolution number 78-20, resolution authorizing the county administrator to enter into an agreement with the United Way of Central Ohio for the administration of Franklin County Census 2020 community outreach microgrants for community-based organizations to conduct census awareness outreach.
Good morning, Commissioners. Keena Smith, Deputy County Administrator. As the 2020 census approaches, up to 300,000 Franklin County residents have been identified for enhanced outreach and engagement. to ensure that they are aware and that they trust the census. Each uncounted resident means that we risk losing up to $12,000 in federal public services funding over the next 10 years. The community outreach micro grants will be awarded to community-based organizations to share with their neighbors that the census is safe, it's secure, and important, and also how and when they can take the survey. Our partners at the City of Columbus have also contributed $100,000 to a twin fund. Both funds will be administered by the United Way of Central Ohio, and today we are joined by Lisa Cordes, President and CEO of the United Way of Central Ohio, as well as Rose Simmons, who is the Partnership Coordinator for the U.S. Census Philadelphia region.
Good morning. Thank you for this partnership. First, we have a platform called Easy Impact that allows for nonprofits to have easy access and partners to apply for grants. And we are finding United Way offers this, and we're finding more and more partners in the community are using this as a central core place for partners and nonprofits and stakeholders to apply for funding. And it's allowed for streamlining and efficiencies in the system. So we're glad you're partnering with us on that as well as the city. So we have a once in a 10-year opportunity to be able to count those people who, every person counts, right? So we are a part of a bigger effort, of course, that we'll hear about from you, but we are at United Way mobilizing our 80 funded partners to make certain that we're mobilizing them to make certain that we can count as every person counts. And we're putting strategies in place to reach those people that have multiple barriers to being able to be counted. And we're grateful for your partnership and with you as well.
Thank you. It is critically important that we count everyone. More than $675 billion in federal funds are allocated annually based upon census data. In 2010, Franklin County was awarded $33.5 billion. So we understand the importance here. We also have jobs, so I have to mention that everywhere I go. Right now, we're doing our mass hiring phase. We know that a lot of people filled out the application early, and they were wondering, when is it going to happen? Well, now is the time that it's happening. We just had an increase in rates, and the pay rate is $20 to $24 per hour. The requirement is that you're 18 years of age and that you have an email address. That's it. You can go online and apply. You can apply with your smartphone. I would encourage everyone under the sound of my voice that knows someone that needs a job to encourage them to go to 2020census.gov/jobs. We have lots of positions, office positions, as well as enumerator positions. This map here shows the predicted low response areas in Franklin County. The deeper the blue, the less likely the community is to self-respond. You can see a lot of deep blue here in Franklin County, which means we need to hire people to assist. We need to do an effort prior to that hiring in communicating to those neighbors, the neighborhoods in those census tracts and blocks, the importance of how it affects them. It affects preschool funding, after-school funding, Head Start, immunization funding, school breakfast and lunch programs, school nurses, things that you just take for granted on a daily basis. So it's very important that, we encourage everyone to participate, and we let them know that this is the first census where they can respond online, they can do it by telephone, or they can request a paper questionnaire. So there is really, we're trying to remove any excuse or, apprehension. I want to show you what we consider a high, low self-response area is 20% and above. Here in Franklin County is a tract that has a 40.8% low response score. That is, really, really critically important. And you can see there, we are already planning that we will have to hire lots of folks to cover that and to convince people. So we ask, your support. We thank you for your support thus far. The commissioners, administrators have been great in supporting us. We ask for your continued support in outreaching to those communities that need assistance.
Thank you. Rose, how many positions in Franklin County do you expect to hire people to take?
More than 5,000
In Franklin County?
in Franklin County. It's one of our largest counties, so we need lots of folks.
Okay.
And we are right now hiring. I was in the office yesterday, and the phones they're just buzzing. We have clerical staff that are contacting, making those job offers to people right now.
And for how long are those jobs?
So the jobs range depending upon the operation phase, so they can be anywhere from 8 weeks, or they can go for 6-7 months until September 26th of 2020, depending upon the position.
Okay. All right, that's really important. So we need to get the word out in a big way.
This funding will allow people to be really creative in the way that they reach people.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, thanks.
Thank you for being here. This is really important. Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
I will move approval of 7820.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 78-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Resolution number 79-20, resolution appointing Raymond Jones to the Columbus Regional Airport Authority Board of Trustees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Janis, Deputy Administrator. Mr. Jones currently serves as the Chief Marketing Officer for Nationwide. Pending any questions, would recommend approval of this appointment.
I'll move approval of 7920.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 79-20 has been adopted. Resolution number 80-20, resolution appointing Franklin County Commissioner Kevin L. Boyce to serve as Franklin County's representative on the One Columbus Board of Directors.
Commissioners, pending any questions, would recommend approval of this appointment.
Move approval of 80-20.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 80-20 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Dean, are there any journalizations?
One, Commissioner. Case number ANX-02-20, an expedited Type 2 annexation petition, ANX-02-20, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on January 22nd, 2020. The petition is requesting to annex 3.539 more or less acres from Mifflin Township to the city of Columbus. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on February 25th, 2020. Site 2497 Stelter Road, PID number 191-003175. Site 2506 Stelter Road, PID number 191-003179. And 253 2530 Stelter Road, PID number 191-003169.
Okay. I guess that concludes our meeting agenda for today. See everybody next week.